Good morning everyone and welcome to Trent Bridge for the fourth day of the fifth test match between New Zealand and South Africa in this, the first semi-final of the Hero Cricket League's Y50 Test Match Championship 2020. South Africa in their second innings are 166 for 6 and in deep trouble. They are 200 runs behind New Zealand's first innings total, and with the series locked at 1-1, if they lose today, New Zealand will have secured the 2 victories required to qualify for the grand final, and South Africa will be out. If New Zealand can complete this victory today, it will be a magnificent achievement for them considering all that they've been through in this championship. We join the action now as Richard Hadlee bowls the first ball of the day to AB de Villiers. So we have potentially a history-making day today, right on the money from Hadlee and well defended by de Villiers. That's guided away down towards third man, and that will be the first boundary of the day. Inside edge and down towards the boundary for 4. Beautifully bowled by Hadlee. Well, that's a full toss. Mike Proctor will accept that gift, and that will be his first boundary of the day. Oh, that's another big full toss. Tim Southee going for the 4 ball, and that's gone out towards square leg for another boundary. Oh, that's out straight to Glenn Turner in the gully. That was a neat catch because that was travelling quite quickly, and Mike Proctor is out. Caught Turner, bowled Hadlee for 25, and South Africa are 189 for 7. Oh, that's a nasty bowl from Shane Bond. Did that hit something? The umpire thinks it must have hit the trouser pocket. Oh, de Villiers has taken toll of that full toss, and that's the 200 up for South Africa. That's nicely played from Dale Steyn, down the ground for 4. Last ball of the over now. Well, that's hit Steyn on the pad, but that one would have pitched well outside the leg stump, and so cannot be out. LBW. Oh, cries a catch from New Zealand, but Kane Williamson had no chance of reacting to catch that one. An outside edge and straight into the gloves of BJ Watling. Beautifully bowled from Daniel Vettori. Some extra flight, some extra spin. It took the edge, and Dale Steyn is out. Caught Watling, bowled Vettori for 13, and South Africa are 217 for 8. Oh, that's gone too. South Africa have lost their 9th wicket. New Zealand are now just 1 wicket away from victory. A lovely little arm ball from Daniel Vettori. Alan Donald got a nick and he is out. Caught Watling, bowled Vettori for a duck, and South Africa are 217 for 9. Oh, that's well over the boundary. AB de Villiers pulling out the T20 paddle shot over fine leg for 6. An attempted Yorker from Chris Cairns, but de Villiers is too good for that. He's worked it away and moves into the 90s. Oh, that's a cheeky shot from Paul Adams. He's run that down towards third man for 4. AB de Villiers will certainly be looking for his century now. Oh, that's a good Yorker from Chris Cairns. Did that hit in line? The umpire doesn't think so. Let's have a look at the replay. On strike for the last ball of the over. Oh, that's a lovely off drive down the ground. That's the shot of a batsman. Oh, the slow ball Yorker from Chris Cairns, but Paul Adams has swatted that one away through mid-wicket for 4. And that will be lunch on day 4. We are nearing the end of this test match now. South Africa losing 3 wickets in that session. They're now 245 for 9. Let's have a look at the scorecard. AB de Villiers is going strong on 94 not out. That's his 7th score of 90 or more in the championship. It's a shame that he won't be there in the final. He very well could be the most destructive batsman we have seen in this championship. Daniel Vettori has been the most dangerous of the New Zealand bowlers. He has figures of 3 for 24 from 14 overs, 3 for 51 for Richard Hadlee, 2 for 53 for Tim Southee, 1 also for Chris Cairns. Which of the bowlers will be the one to take the winning wicket? I wonder. We'll have to wait and see. AB de Villiers now on 96. Well, that's a nice shot, and there it is, the 5th 100 for AB de Villiers. A wonderful way for him to bow out of this championship. That's the 250 up for South Africa also. Oh, so close to the outside edge. Smiles all around from New Zealand. Oh, that's a crackerjack cut shot from AB de Villiers. What a fine batsman he is, and what a shame that he will be on the losing side today. Daniel Vettori feels a shot at the stumps, but AB de Villiers was well in there. And there it is! That's the end of the match and the end of the series. New Zealand qualify for the grand final of the Y50 Test Match Championship 2020. The celebrations can commence here at Trent Bridge. Paul Adams is out, Court Taylor bowled Vettori for 15, South Africa all out for 258. And there it is, New Zealand have won by an innings and 108 runs. Let's quickly have a look at South Africa's scorecard. 105 not out for AB de Villiers, another superb effort given the situation. He didn't have much support from the rest of his teammates, but he can certainly hold his head high. He has been one of the best batsmen of this series. Daniel Vettori finished with 4 for 30, 3 for 58 for Richard Hadlee, 2 wickets for Tim Southey, 1 for Chris Cairns and none for Shane Bond. New Zealand have certainly played the perfect test match. What a time to pull out a performance like this to qualify for the grand final. For his double century in the first innings, Martin Crowe yet again is man of the match. Well, commiserations to South Africa. They probably still feel that they were the better side and may have even played better cricket in this series than New Zealand. But that's the beauty of Test match cricket, and that's the way that the cookie crumbles. It's worth discussing New Zealand's journey towards the grand final. They lost the first Test match of the championship to Australia quite badly. They nearly got knocked out in the second Test match against Australia, but they barely hung on for a draw with 1 wicket in hand. The fifth Test match of that series was a very close game. It could have gone either way. New Zealand just won and knocked out Australia to qualify for the semi-final. Then in the semi-final, after 3 Test matches, South Africa were riding high with a thumping victory in the third game, and then New Zealand could have easily lost the fourth Test match last week, but South Africa just stumbled at the final hurdle. New Zealand made it through, and now this victory by an innings of 108 runs means that New Zealand have qualified for the grand final of the Hero Cricket League Y50 Test Match Championship. With that being the end of the series, it might be worth looking at the leading run scorers. 2 Test matches ago, we saw that AB de Villiers and Glenn Turner were ahead of the pack, but with 2 double centuries, Martin Crowe has propelled himself up into second position. He and AB de Villiers are both averaging over 100 for this series. Glenn Turner also had a magnificent series with 579 runs with 3 centuries, averaging 64. The leading wicket takers demonstrates that both sides relied on one of their bowlers ahead of the others. Mike Proctor was the leading bowler for South Africa and the leading wicket taker in the series with 28 wickets. And Richard Hadlee with 27 wickets was the leading bowler for New Zealand. But Daniel Vettori, who bowled quite well in the last couple of Test matches, ended up with more than respectable figures. For a significant score of 90 or more in each of the 5 Test matches, AB de Villiers has been awarded with Man of the Series. Well, it really has been an entertaining series. We look now to the second semi-final between the West Indies and Pakistan to see who will play New Zealand in the grand final. That's it from us. Do join us next week for the first Test match between the West Indies and Pakistan at Lord's, and bye for now.